In greed, you waste your whole life. In anger, you destroy property and hurt others. But our Shastras say that greed is nothing. There is a bigger affliction, bigger manas roga. What is that? Desire, kamana. There was one father. He was going to take his son for a ride in the car. But when they got out of the house, they discovered that the tire on the roadside was punctured. So the father put the car on a jack, he removed the stepney from the boot and he was changing it. In the meantime, the son on the other side of the car had picked a stone and was scratching the side. When the father had changed the stepney and put the punctured tire back into the boot, he came to look what's going on. And he found that his son had been scratching his new BMW. The father got extremely annoyed. He took the spanner and started hitting his son's knuckles. He smashed them so hard that he actually broke his knuckles. The poor son had to be taken to hospital. Now the father regretted. What a fit of fury I had. The doctor looked at it and he said that these have been smashed until they've become like mincemeat. I will have to remove a couple of fingers. When the operation was over and the son came back to consciousness, he looked and said, "Father, when will my fingers grow back?" The father was crying. He went home shattered. He had made such a serious blunder towards his loving child only because of this disease called anger. This is one of the generals of Maya which is sitting inside. Krodh. Now when he reached home, he thought, let me check what is it my son was doing, and he found his son had scratched on the car. Dad, I love you. He caught his head and regretted further. That innocent child was expressing his love and I broke his fingers. This is the disease of anger. Now the Vedas say that a bigger disease is that of greed. Why is greed bigger? Because anger increases and subsides, and greed never subsides. It only increases and increases and increases ad infinitum. Girir mahan girir abdhir mahan abdhir nabho mahat nabsopi parabrahma tatopyasha duratyaya. The Shastras are saying, what is big in this world? The mountain. What is bigger? The ocean. Even bigger, the earth. Even bigger, space, the whole universe, cosmos. What is bigger than the cosmos? Says, Tatopi asha duratyaya. Your greed is even bigger. Because if one person gets the whole world, that person's greed will not be satiated. It will go on increasing and increasing. Yat prithivyam vrihiyavam hiranyam pashavastriya नालमेकस्य पर्याप्तं तस्मात् तृष्णां परित्यजेत्. God has made this greed such that no matter how much you get, it keeps increasing. So, greed is the second mental affliction. But our Shastras say that greed is nothing. There is a bigger affliction, bigger manas rog. What is that? Desire, kamana. Desire? What desire? Any desire? I want to eat this, I want to have this, I want this pleasure, I want this object, I always want to be with this person. So many kinds of desires. You say, Swamiji, desire? What is so dangerous about desire? In greed, you waste your whole life. In anger, you destroy property and hurt others. What is the problem with desire? The problem is this, that desire is the cause for anger and greed. Desire is the mother. Anger and greed are its little children. Why does anger come and why does greed come? It all comes with desire. Let us say you created a desire. I should eat that chocolate chip ice cream. So you went to the market and purchased 5 pounds of it and placed it in your fridge. And your mind is thinking, chocolate chip ice cream, chocolate chip ice cream. You said, to really enjoy, let me go 1 hour in the hot July sun of Dallas, and when I come back, I will really enjoy this cold ice cream in my mouth. After 1 hour, when you returned and you opened the fridge, you found there is no ice cream. You asked your spouse in a stern voice, I had placed ice cream here, where is it gone? The spouse said, don't you remember your medical report? The cholesterol is high, the doctor said reduce the saturated fats. I have thrown it in the garbage. What? You threw the ice cream? Now the anger came. Why did the anger come? Because you created the desire. If I get ice cream, I will be happy. And that desire was thwarted. That led to anger. The desire could be anything. I want that the toothpaste should be pressed from the back first so that it looks nice. But the wife has got other ideas. She believes in pressing from the front. Now I have told you 100 times, why don't you listen? So whatever your desire, it got thwarted. You wanted that the soap should be placed in the second drawer and your spouse places it in the fourth drawer, again reason for anger. But whatever it is, the cause of anger is this. I want this or I don't want this. And that is thwarted. That leads to fury. Why does anger come? Because of desire. Now somebody says, Swamiji, बाकी तो सब ठीक है, गुस्सा बहुत आता है. Everything else is all right. Everything else is all right? Yeah, everything is all right. How is it possible? If you have got the child, means the mother must be there, the desire must be there. It's a different thing. You are not able to analyze some subtle desire. I want this bodily comfort. I want this mental comfort. Everybody should listen to me. And if it is not fulfilled, boom, boom, boom. So, we have understood why anger comes. Supposing you made the desire and it was fulfilled. In other words, you came back and you found the ice cream is there. And now you took that 1 tablespoon and put it in your mouth. Enjoyed? Yes. So, I want another one. Now, I want another one. Now, I want another one. Arey Baba, you have eaten 10 tablespoons. Is your desire satiated? Yes, now it is satiated. You are too simple. It is satiated today. After 3 days, it will come back with redoubled intensity. That is unfortunately how desire is. न जातु कामः कामानामुपभोगेन शाम्यति हविषा कृष्णवर्तमेव भूय एवाभिवर्धते. The Bhagavatam says, supposing there is a fire burning and you want to douse the fire, to do that you pour ghee on it. For a moment it will seem the fire has gone, extinguished, but then it will flare up even more. Such is the nature of desire. It's just like the itch. Everybody is familiar with the itch. It's troubling you, troubling you, troubling you. Acha chalo bhai. Chutti mili. But then it's going to come back again, then it's going to come back again, then it's going to come back again. Kripaluji Maharaj says, God has made this desire such that supposing you made a desire and it was immediately fulfilled, just suppose, that's how the world was designed. I want that 5-bedroom house, here it is. I want that Cadillac, here it is. I want this much, okay, here it is. Supposing you made a desire and it was immediately fulfilled, even then you would keep desiring for the rest of eternity without any inner satisfaction. The desire would go on and on and on, increasing. So what is greed? Greed is increased, enhanced desire. So we have understood the cause for anger and greed is desire. Supposing you don't desire anything, chalo hatao, no desires, you can never get anger and you can never get greed. And the moment you desire, there will only be 2 consequences. Either it will be thwarted or it will be fulfilled. If it is thwarted, you will become angry. If it is fulfilled, you will become greedy. And if you become angry, the Gita says, Krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibhramaha, smriti bhranshat buddhinasho, buddhinashat pranashyati. From anger comes delusion. From delusion comes bewilderment of memory. From bewilderment of memory comes the ruin of the intellect. And when the intellect is ruined, the soul suffers a downfall. And all started with desire. So if you don't desire, what will happen? You will not get angry, you will not get greed, everything will go. That is why Sri Krishna said, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatan atmanyevatmana tushta sthita pragyastadochyate. Arjun, if you can give up prajahati yada kaman, then sthita pragya, you will become sthita pragya. situated in the self. In fact, the Shastras say you will become like God. The Kathopanishad states, Yada sarve pramuchyante kama yesya hridishritaha atha martyo mrito bhavatyatra brahma samashnute. It says that fortunate soul, kama yesya hridishritaha Brahma samashnute, that person becomes like God. How? By giving up desires. So the Buddha also, he made this the basis of his whole philosophy. He said there are 4 golden truths. The first golden truth, there is suffering in this world. Some people say if there is suffering, then what is God doing? Some people say, when the Uttaranchal flood happened, there is no God. Otherwise, why did all this happen? The Buddha says there is suffering in the world. It's a golden truth. And the second golden truth is the suffering has a cause. It is not random. And the third golden truth is the cause of suffering is desire. And the fourth one, if desire is removed, then suffering is removed. The Sri Krishna has given this as the peace formula. How will you get peace? Once I was invited by the United Nations Employee Association to give a lecture there. And what do you want me to speak on? They said, Swamiji, we are always talking about world peace. So you please speak about world peace. So me speak about world peace? What will I speak about world peace? So I said, I will speak about world peace through peaceful pieces. How can you have world peace when everybody is not peaceful? And if the individual peace, if every human being is peaceful, then the world will automatically be peaceful. So, I spoke on the topic world peace through peaceful pieces. And I took the Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna says in the 2nd chapter, 71st verse, how do you get peace? Vihaya kaman yassarvan pumans charati nispriya nirmamo nirahankara sashanti madhigacchati. Say, how will you get shanti? By vihaya kaman, give up desires, become peaceful. So desire is the root cause. If that is the case, then why do we get desires? What is the reason for that?